Konbanwa. At least
Luke and Faith learn Japanese.
Week 11.
Konbanwa.
For us.
Probably konnichiwa for you, unless you're watching this at night, in which case, konbanwa.
Is that what you say when it's like late at night?
Yeah, that's a good question. What would you say if you were seeing somebody for the first time, but it's like late at night, it's not evening? Like right now, we're just starting to film our video and it is 11:23 at nighttime.
I don't think it would be.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be oyasumi nasai.
No, because I think oyasumi nasai is when you're leaving.
I think that's like good night. I'm going to bed. See you later. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, so you tell us, what do you say in the late evening when you see somebody for the first time? Is it still konbanwa? Or do you do konnichiwa? I don't know.
What you do?
I don't know. You, the listener, or the watcher,
Yeah.
or the reader, or whatever you're doing. You tell us. What did we learn this week?
We learned a few things. But first off, hiragana!
Alright. We actually finished all our hiragana. They just went over some of the, what would you call them? Compound hiragana?
I think that's what they call them.
Yeah, like just to give you an example,
The final chapter.
yeah. So like we learned things like sha,
Sha.
and what do we do? Right one for the people. Faith. We learned sha. We learned kya. Oh, is that what you were gonna write?
Yeah.
We learned
I can
kya.
do-
You're right. Kyo. Q.
My
Q.
my ooh. No,
Ooh.
that's not that's my you. It's not that.
Oh, that's you. Oh yeah, you just said you. Sorry. Yeah, you. So we learned Q. We learned all those combinations. I think there was like
There were like it
there was
was all
like 30 of them.
it was like all the hiragana just with ya you yo.
Yeah, you yo.
And
Over and
then-
over again. It was like ki, she, chi,
Me,
ri, me.
ya.
Yeah, it was all the ones ending in I
Yeah. So it'd be
with a yo, ya, or you.
me and then ya.
Ya, ya,
Or yo.
myo.
Yo.
Oh,
R.
oh, ryo. Yeah,
R.
ryo.
I, and
Yeah.
Y, O. I have
Ryo.
a tough time not saying ro or yo.
Mm. Yeah.
It's like,
So, hiragana, the final chapter.
I erased mine.
You erased yours.
Hiragana, the final chapter.
Yep. So we did lesson 10 this week, and there are 13 lessons in book 1. So this week I ordered
Book 2.
book 2. I ordered book 2. And book 2 does more grammar, and it does katakana.
Katakana!
Faith, what else did we learn this week?
Also,
Yes, also. What else did we learn?
also,
Yes, that's what I said. Also, what did we learn?
also.
You're gonna have to clarify for me.
Dad, we learned the word also.
Oh,
This
also.
happened with the and.
How did you say also?
Is mo.
Mo. So how would you say, I also drink? I also drink.
Watashi. Mo. Watashi
Mo.
wa. Watashi wa mo.
Mo, because it takes the place of the marker.
Yeah.
So it'd be-
mo. Nomimasu?
Nomimasu.
Watashi.
Watashi mo nomimasu. I also drink. We learned how to ask for things. For instance, I would like some water. Could you give me water? How would you say that?
Mizu wa kudasai.
Mizu o.
Oh, mizu o kudasai.
Mizu o kudasai. Correct. Yes. We learned I want to eat. I want to drink. I want to go. Do you want to eat? Do you want? So, how would I say, I want to eat?
私すごい食べたい。
食べたい。
食べたい。たい。
飲みたい. I want to drink. Whatever. Like, 水が
行きたい。
行きたい. I want to go. Mizu ga tabetai desu. Mizu ga tabetai desu. Oh,
No,
yeah.
eat
I don't, yeah.
I want to eat some water.
I routinely eat water.
I would like to go eat some water
I
now.
would like to go eat some water. I'm on a diet. After I learned how to say it, I tried to use it on Hello Talk and immediately butchered it. And I said, Nani o tabetai ka? And I even wrote that on my notes right here. Nani ga tabetai ka? But it's not. It's Nani ga tabetai desu ka? So, I'm still learning it. Nani ga tabetai ka? So the Japanese person that I tried to use it on actually also laughed at me. Laughed at how funny it was that I butchered the Japanese language. I'm sorry.
Did he?
Gomenasai.
Was he like?
They corrected me.
It's not.
Yeah,
It's not taika.
they corrected me. I tried to make conversation poorly. Called the Golden List Method.
My
Pencil
just
fell. We also started something new this week called the Golden List Method.
But what is it?
Nani? Wakarimasen?
日本語でも何がですか?
Oh, wakarimasu. Well, I'll tell you.
Now you speak English.
The Golden List Method is a method that I found online. Basically, you take a notebook like so. You write down, I've heard 20 and 25, we're doing 20. You write down 20 words and their meanings. And then we're going to do that every day for 2 weeks. And at the 2-week mark, at the start of the 3rd week, I guess, you go back to list number 1 and you rewrite the words that you don't remember. And what they say is you will remember 30% of them. So the ones you don't remember, you rewrite on the next side. And you do that for 2 weeks. Then, at the start of the 5th week, you come back to this list again, and you should remember 30% of your next list. And so you rewrite the ones that you don't remember, and you repeat that 4 times until you have 4 lists of the same set of words. And through some sort of witchcraft, you remember the words. I don't know how it works. Never tried it before, but our other vocabulary stuff wasn't working, so we're trying this. Well, Faith, I guess that means it's time for Meaningless Conversations! Faith, 何が食べたいですか?
わかりません。何が持っていますか?
リンゴとピザをとパンを持っています。
ピザを食べたいです。
あ、これはここです。
それでは、食べたいくない。
Oh, そうですか? Faith, what was the hardest thing for you this week?
Writing all that hiragana.
There was a lot of hiragana. Lots of yos and yas and yus.
The same thing.
Yeah, it was the same thing over and over again.
Over again.
Yeah.
And we already knew all the hiragana.
Yeah. For me, it was the Japanese with ease started to get harder. There's far less ease in my Japanese. Last week's goals. What were last week's goals? Vocabulary, which we're working on with our Golden List method. The other one was to move up into the intermediate class in our meetup. Did we do that this week, Faith?
We actually missed the whole meetup.
We missed the entire meetup. I was working and then I lost track of time and we did not go. So next week. And speaking of next week, what are next week's goals?
Next week's goals. Use our planner to keep up our learning.
So my wife and I both started this week to use a bullet journal. And a bullet journal is a little much for the kids. So what I did was I got a dry erase board with like stuff they got to do each day. So kind of like a tracker or a habit tracker or a task tracker. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Where they can mark off, check. And we're going to put our Japanese on there. And for my son, we're putting his Spanish on there to make sure we get it done. I also ordered a new book. And I guess our other goal is to continue with the Golden List method and to again attempt the intermediate class. I guess it's time to say matane
Or Jane.
or jane,
Whichever
whichever one is right. Bye. So this is less ease with my Japanese. Yeah.
何がもっと本
Use
語
the-
で
Is you're not helping. You're not helping.
食べたいます食べたいです
All right. The Japanese with ease started to get a little harder. I gotta itch my nose.
I can itch my ear.
What papers are you rustling over there?
Sorry, it's for the sequence for the Mermaid Tail Poet. Just give me a second.
All right.
So I can open them up. Sorry.
No problem.